Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. It's me, Omar Nowick. If you're wondering why my name is Omar Nowick, it's because I trade Nowick candles. So today's video, I'm gonna show you the trades I've taken so far in this week, and it's still Wednesday by the way. So I'm just gonna do a trade recap. This week haven't been the best, guys. Like I'm at break even, to be honest, this week, because on Monday I took two trades where I won two trades and I made around 4.5k, something around there. I'm gonna put the picture somewhere here. And then on Tuesday, I took one loss, and it was a bit hefty, you know. It wasn't a small loss. And then on Wednesday, I also took another loss. So I'm pretty much break even. Like if you want to calculate spreads and all of this, I'm probably like minus $100. But yeah, so 4.5 was on Monday. I was happy on Monday. I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, we're starting the week strong because started with Monday, two wins, two trades, two wins. I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. Then Tuesday came, I had another loss, one loss, sorry. And I was like, all right, you know, it's not looking good. And then the trade after it, I took another loss. And then I was like, okay, so we're break even. And we'll see today. It's Thursday, so like we're gonna see how it's gonna be. And let's hope we'll make some money, you know what I'm saying? But I don't wanna, I wanna keep my expectations low, so in case if it doesn't go in good, I don't wanna, feel like I don't want to let it get into my psychology. It's like this. It's rarely it happens that I reach Thursday and I'm still break even. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm not gonna add too much. Let's jump straight into it. So this strategy is my 90% win with Nowick strategy. It's extremely simple. If you're still new to the channel, watch this video first, and at the end of this video, I want you to go after and watch my 5 hours course video about the Nowick strategy, because otherwise you're not gonna pretty much get everything I'm saying. If you want to learn the small details, you gotta watch the other videos, but the other, like the course video. But this one is also, you're probably gonna catch a lot of details from watching this video alone. Anyway, just the trend part that you might, if you're still new, total beginner, you're not gonna understand anything I will talk about. But if you're like already know a bit about trend lines and stuff, then yeah, you're probably gonna understand. Anyway, so we're in a clear downtrend, guys. That was the first trade I've taken. So we're in a clear downtrend. And then here what happened was we started creating an internal bullish trend, right? So when we created the internal bullish trend, lucky us, we closed above this lower high. So what does this mean, guys? This means here the trend shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend, internal uptrend, or here we technically broke the external uptrend as well, downtrends as well. So this is how like the final result would look like: high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, then boom, boom, boom. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because when I take it away like this, you're gonna see how clean it looks. You see? Boom. So we have high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then here potential lower high. For those who have been watching me would know what a potential lower high is. And then we created here, we failed to break the lows, and then here we had the change of character. Like it was like this. So we had the change of character. And that's it pretty much. So now we're in a clear uptrend. Now, trade idea is very simple. Like reading the trend is the complicated part. Now the trade idea is extremely, extremely, extremely simple. So now we know that we're in an uptrend. Cool, amazing. Good to know that. So as you can see, low, high, high, low, higher, high. And then we got a bullish Nowick candle showed up with no bottom wick. Now, the way this shit happened was I was on my phone, and I get the alert from TradingView. Yo, Omar, it's time to lock in. It's, what is it called? It's a Nowick candle. And this was like pretty early in the morning as well, but like recently I've been, we're not gonna go into my sleep schedule. Anyway, so I got a notification alert that, okay, there's a bullish Nowick candle showed up, in China enter type shit. I was like, cool. So I placed my buy limit there, and then I put my stop loss at the most recent higher low, and I put my take profit exactly at 1-to-1. And that's it. That's it pretty much. Like that's the whole strategy, guys. Like now you know maybe 50% or even more, like 60, 70% of the strategy. Of course, there's some more rules that you gotta learn, but like that's a big part of the strategy. And then yeah, that's it pretty much. So waited for price to retrace back to the Nowick candle. I think I took an Omar entry on this one. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, okay. It is an Omar entry, never mind. Yeah, here we go. Boom. And then take profit 1-to-1. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but Omar, you said we got to retrace back to the Nowick candle. Like this, it's supposed to be. Why did you enter 2 pips earlier? So 15.7. So I made it 17.7. That's where I entered. So you might be like, yo, Omar, why did you enter earlier? Why didn't you enter at the Nowick candle? Yo, you know, what you doing? That's suspicious, Omar. Why are you not telling us the truth? I'm like, yo, listen, if you still haven't watched my YouTube, my course video, of course you're not gonna completely understand it. But there's this specific scenario where mostly on UJ as well. If the stop loss is more than 15 pips or more than 10 pips, you can enter 2 pips earlier. Why? Because this pattern have been happening often. Like we see that we want to tap the Nowick, but we never do. Like it comes extremely close to the Nowick candle and then it goes. And then for the ones who watch the video course, guys, I told you like the Omar entry is a killer. Like it's not a joke. Like it's actually a good one, because yeah, like you can see, like imagine who would imagine that we would come, literally like we came what I think 0 point something pips, 0.6 pips close to the Nowick, and then we rejected and hit straight take profit. You know what I mean? So like people like it's crazy. Like it's actually madness. And yeah, and one very important rule of the Nowick candles is got to be with the trend. Like look at this one, it's not valid, and actually it still worked out, which is funny. All right, let's move to the next trade. So yeah, one more thing. This was the A setup, guys, by the way. See, we had a good structure, was one of the A setups. Now, moving to the B setup now, this one. This trade was on GU. So, not much was happening before that. You know, we're like in a downtrend. And then here we're like, I don't know what this is, but like we're more uptrend. I would say this whole thing was consolidation. And then here were where the real move started. So we had high, low, lower high, lower low. And then as you can see here, and I need to explain this properly because I've been doing this. Here, we had a change of character. What does that mean? That means here the trend shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend. Because here we broke the higher low and switched the trend. Now, how do I know we broke it or because we closed below it? And as you can see, like the body of this candle or of this candle or of this candle closed below the higher low. And I do body closures. So because I saw the body of this candle closing below the body of this candle, that's why now I know, okay, we're gonna be selling here. And then as usual, as I said, stop loss more than 10 pips, so I'm entering Omar entry, and I don't need price to, retrace back to the Nowick. So yeah, that's all I did. Now in this case, price retraced back to the Nowick candle, which is pretty alright, like I'm okay with that. And holy dump, that's it. Like, I don't know what, it took like 1 hour and a half, like 2 hours, and we had take profit. Maybe even less. Like that's it, that's the whole trade idea. Clear downtrend, a bearish Nowick candle showed up with no top wick. Oh, sorry. Bearish candle showed up with no top wick, and then yeah, and now we just like tapped it and dumped. I mean, technically we made this. Boom. New lower high, and then that's it pretty much. So yeah, so I started the week, guys, confident. Like imagine, zero drawdown trade, up 4.5K. I'm like, yo, we good, like we making bread this week. And then one of my students got was up 4% because he took more trades than me. Like he took also another trade on AUD USD. So one of my students was like up this week, but on Monday. And yeah, he basically overtraded. But he won all the trades that he overtraded. Anyway, then here the magic started happening, guys. Tuesday and Wednesday. But it's alright. Losses are part of the game. We can't avoid them. As long as we're following our rules, that's alright. And because I used this setup wasn't good, okay? I'm gonna be honest, this setup wasn't good. I wasn't confident in it, but I still took it. It is what it is though. This setup was more like I felt like guys, my strategy is pretty mechanical. Like it's I would say 80% mechanical. It's just reading the trend that's a bit not mechanical. But overall it is mechanical. This trade was not mechanical whatsoever. It was 100% it was kind of opinion based. Anyway, let me tell you what happened. So we're in a clear uptrend here. All right? No doubt. And then here we made a potential higher low. Cool. And then we made a lower high. And then this was a lower low. Now you might be like, Omar, because I saw that this guy's caused you so much confusion. You might be thinking, Omar, how did we make lower low here? We never closed below the wicks. Because that's how ICT trades, And then I will tell you, yo, bro, listen, when I look at structure, I don't look at the wicks. Of course, when I'm putting in my stop loss NTP, I look at the wicks. But when I'm basing, okay, did we do a change of character or break of structure or all of that, I base it off body closures. So I saw that, okay, here we have a high, we have a low, we have a higher, lower high, and lower low. You can be like, yo, Omar, but overall the trend is bullish. I know. But like this, I was like, okay, it's an internal trend. So we have a high, low, lower high, and lower low. And then I entered the shorts, the sells here, or the shorts. And yeah. Now, would I be usually confident taking such a trade? No. I'm going to be honest. I'm usually not confident taking such a trade. But the only reason why I did it was that we have an imbalance here. So I was like, okay. Or you want to call it for a value gap, you can call it for a value gap. But I was like, okay, price got to come back at least and tap this and then reject. So it's like, because, it acts like a magnet. And then, so that was the reason why I was like, okay, I'm confident. I wasn't really confident in this trade, but I was like, okay, there is a high chance at least. So yeah, that's it pretty much. And price just was like, no, you made too much money on Monday. You know what we're going to do about that? I was like, what, chat? I was like, chat, what are we doing about that? I was like, we ain't giving you no money. I was like, baby, no money. And yeah, that's it pretty much. We hit stop loss basically right away, right away. And yeah, it is what it is. I can't do much about it. I'm not gonna, I couldn't bother. This one, I'm not gonna say affected me psychologically because I know trading. I know how trading works. I know losses are part of the game. I know all of this. Just I felt yeah, it wasn't really strong, internal downtrend. It's not very strong. That's it. That's the only problem. That's why I felt maybe I've misjudged here. That's, to be honest. And then maybe if we closed below the wicks, I would have done it. But I kind of follow my rules. I just I was after I took the trade, I was looking at this okay, Omar, maybe you misjudged it. This is not a lower high, lower low. This is just consolidation. I might have misjudged it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But am I gonna beat myself up for it? No, because it is what it is. It's part of the game. I just played it smart that day, and because I made I felt okay, Omar, it's not a very good trade that you took, which you don't usually do. For the rest of the day, just take it. Don't take more trades for that day. And actually, I respected myself for doing that because I stopped trading for that day, which is amazing. I was able to hold myself accountable and not take more trades. And that made me be proud of myself. Like I didn't revenge trade, I didn't over trade, I didn't over risk, I didn't leverage, over leverage. So that's the best part. Now the last trade was a good setup, to be honest, and it just didn't work out. So we're in a clear bullish trend. So we have a low. Could count this as well. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. And then many bullish Nowick candles showed up. So first one was this one, and then second one was this one. And yeah, so most of people would have entered this one, but I didn't. I entered here. Now you might be like, yo, Omar, why did you enter this Nowick, not this Nowick? And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was busy. Like when I joined this here, I was busy. Like I was doing some random stuff. I don't even remember what I was doing. Anyway, regardless what I was doing. So I just joined Discord, I was in my Discord, and then I went to, the hanging out. And I see the boys locked in. So I was like, yo, what's going on? I see there were 5, 6 people inside. I was like, yo, chat, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, Omar, we're in this trade. So price was here. And they told me about this. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, so we trading? They're like, yeah, check it out. So I checked it out and I was like, oh shit, it's okay, it's a good trade. And then I took it. And I even told, I even posted on my Instagram, on my story, on my IG story before taking the trade. That's actually what I was like, why did I do that? But I posted this as well on my IG story. Yeah, it was a very easy, simple trade, guys. Like clear trend and a bullish Nowick candle with no bottom wick, so can't bother too much, Like it's a good trade. It's not like the one I took yesterday, like the day before. So yeah, price just took forever. And then here, I want to talk about this one because this is I didn't do this, but if I would have, it would have been nice. And I also posted that on my IG. So when I saw this bearish Nowick candle, you can see here that we're already forming a downtrend, right? So in this case, I would have loved if price came back here, tap this Nowick candle. Why? Because if it did, I would just close my trade with some small drawdown, and instead I would have flipped my trade, and I would have done this. So stop at the lower high and take profit at 1-to-1. And if you're still new and beginner, you're not gonna understand this part, but after you watch the video, the YouTube course, you will, definitely. The 5 hours course. So yeah, that's what happened. Like if we got this, that would have been beautiful trade because I would just cut loss on this because now here, I saw, okay, the trend is becoming strong. I just don't want to close it, It's not according to the rules to close internal downtrends against the external uptrend. But with this Nowick candle, if we tapped, I would have definitely closed and entered the sells. But guess what happened, guys? It kept teasing me, and then I was like, that's it. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Pretty unlucky day. Last 2 days were not the best. 2 losses in a row. Doesn't happen often, to be honest. Like last time I had 2 losses in a row was a while ago. Actually, a while ago. Like I can't even remember when was the last time I took 2 losses in a row. Wait, 2 actual losses in a row, like 2 valid losses in a row, not 2. Because if it's not valid and I take it, then it's a different story. But yeah, it's been a really long time since I've taken 2 losses in a row. But I mean, I guess it happened. At the end of the day, the strategy doesn't have a 100% win rate. On A setups, it has 90. On B setups, it has 80. On C setups, it has 70. And this was an A setup, but that one was this one was not even C. This one was a D setup, so it's expected. This one had 65% chance, and this one had a 90% chance. So yeah, unlucky me. And you can see, A setups usually work amazing. Look at this one. 0 drawdown, hit take profit. And then this one, 0 drawdown, hit take profit. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Thank you for watching. I hope you got some value from this video. it is what it is. It's part of the game, and I'm gonna keep you all updated on the next trades. So I'm gonna give you all 3 tasks. What I want you to do. First task, I'm gonna put all the links in my description. So just log in here. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can apply to become my student through the link I'm gonna leave in my description. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or hit me up on IG. I do respond, by the way. Like, if you text me on IG, I will definitely reply to y'all. And then, because I'm human like y'all, alright? And yeah, make sure to watch the course video if you still haven't. It's a 5 hours video. I know it's a bit long, but if you want to become profitable and actually learn how to trade, then that's all you gotta do. So watch that course or apply to become a student or hit me up on IG. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, all of that. You know, all of that influencer stuff content creators say. I don't even know, man. I'm not a content creator at the end of the day. I'm just a trader. All right. Was lovely talking to y'all. I will see y'all in the next video, and peace out.